This Roquan Smith question's a good one.
Yeah, he's looking to get paid, and the Steelers aren't going to pay another off-ball linebacker, hopefully for not a while. Roquan was a very, very good prospect coming out into the draft. I don't think he's exactly lived up to that billing. I don't think he's been like disappointing, but I think he's kind of been just like more so middle of the road. I mean, if he was a free agent and they like signed him to like a team friendly deal, I wouldn't be upset. I'm just curious to see like what the kind of trade package the Bears are going to be looking to get a high draft pick from.
What would you give up for Roquan Smith?
Don't do this.
If you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, what would you like? Because I think that we've talked about a lot of crazy names. I think he is the most realistic one, and like realistic in the sense that like it's not going to happen because you're not going to give up on Devin Bush and Robert Spillane and just say, "Oh well, sorry, we went out and got Roquan Smith. Sorry about you." Like, no, you're going to test the season with those two. Hope one of them pans out, and then move on next season. Which maybe Roquan's available next season. But say there were talks. What are you giving up?
Dude, I couldn't even think of like a somewhat fair trade value for him.
You giving up a second? Would you give up a second round pick for him?
No.
A third?
Third's probably where I would like try to feel comfortable at, but like that's probably me like low balling what Roquan can do because I just kind of like talked trash on him for like 5 minutes.
I think he's a good linebacker. I think he's a good linebacker in a bad team who could be a great linebacker. No more players from Chicago. But I would give up a third for him. I'd give up a third and a fifth maybe.
Yeah, he just turned 25 this year. Last
season
he had 163 combined tackles, 3 sacks. Like that's not terrible.
No, that's pretty good.
Not at all.
Give up a third and Devin Bush. Third and Devin. Okay, look it. And like this isn't like I'll get rid of Devin Bush rant. This is
no, I know.
And this is all hypothetical. Like I just said I don't think like it doesn't make any sense. But if I was in a negotiation room and somebody was like, "Here's Roquan Smith, you could add him to your defense," who I believe would work very well with Robert Spillane and Miles Jack. A third-round pick, Devin Bush. The Bears could pay Devin Bush if they believe that he is worth the money and his contract won't be as high as Smith's. And the Steelers now don't have to worry about Devin Bush. They still have a lot of money, and they probably could sign him to a pretty decent extension.
So, like, here's what I'm saying, though. If you don't want to pay Devin Bush, and obviously there's a lot more tread on the tires whenever it comes to Roquan than, like, Devin Bush. But, like, Roquan's seeking pretty big money. I just don't think, especially after sinking a whole lot of capital into Devin Bush, moving up to number 10 to go get him, I just don't think they would, like, want to pay a whole lot of money into that position.
I don't think so either. I mean, I think they would pay. I don't think they'd trade, but I would think that they'd pay for it. I think that because, like, if Devin Bush was good, you would have paid him. If Devin Bush turned into the top 10 pick that he was, you would have paid him.
Oh, right? For sure.
That's what I mean. I think that they messed up. I don't think they'd like make a crazy draft trade for the next 10 years. I think that's those ships are sailed. But I think that paying somebody an extension, I don't think would be off the table for them.
Well, he's due $9.7 million in the 5th and final year of his rookie contract.
That's not terrible. What's Bush's? Bush's got to be close to that.
Yeah, I would
6
imagine
maybe.
so.
So that's you're not taking on and like cap number. The salary cap's nothing for the Pittsburgh Steelers for the next 5 years. They can do whatever they want. Whatever. They just bought. We were worried about Deontay Johnson like taking up all this cap space. They just got Deontay Johnson for nothing. They literally have so much cap space. They can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah. CBS Sports' number 1 destination for Roquan is the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh gosh, that would be tough. That would be very, very tough. that would be tough. That would hurt. That would hurt. But at the same time, I mean, like I saw like Kyle Hamilton get burnt by a rookie or something like a week ago. So maybe the rest of it won't work out, and then they'll just have Roquan Smith. The Baltimore Ravens do that though. They're the guys that go out and make those splash plays for the defenders, and then they're. I mean, you could go as far back as like Elvis Dumervil. Yeah. I mean, that happens sometimes too, but but for the most part, that doesn't happen. It's normal things. But I don't know, Roquan, and I would give up a third and Bush, and I'd feel comfortable with that. I think Devin Bush has an opportunity to still be. I'm not going to use the word good, but he's suitable this season.
See, like I think the Steelers follow that line of thought as well, and that's why they wouldn't want to like include him or even trade for a guy like Roquan Smith.
Yeah,
because you have Miles Jack, and if you're confident in Devin Bush, then it's like, okay, well, you can window shop all you want, whatever, but like, why would you actually pull the trigger on a trade for that?
Yeah, no. No. I've pushed the envelope with a lot of guys this offseason. I mean, I was on the Deebo Samuel train so hard.
I was on the Watson train, so I got to sit with this one.
The Watson train, we were both on the Watson train, and that one I feel terrible about. Yeah. But the Deebo Samuel one, I think, was my most far-fetched. And then Roquan, I'll keep it. I'm going to try really hard to keep it realistic and just say, it just doesn't seem to make sense. At this point, Robert Splain's shown enough. Devin Bush has shown enough to say suitable LB2, probably not an LB1. Giant bug just landed 4 inches in front of me. Not sure what's going on up here in Latrobe, but
PA wildlife.
It's there.